so true, anchored in Christ through all she knew. When storms arise and fears increase, her soul stands firm in perfect peace. Faithful mother, strong by grace, trusting in God's promises, not by might nor by her ways, but by God's unchanging grace. Faithful mother, strong by grace, trusting in God's promises, not by might nor by her ways, but by God's unchanging grace. She teaches hearts to trust, obey, to seek the Lord and walk His way. By grace she lives, by grace she stands, secure within her Savior's hand. Faithful mother, strong by grace, trusting in God's promises, not by might nor by her ways, but by God's unchanging grace. Faithful.
I thank this population. I thank the founder of this organization to give me the opportunity to present to you Dr. Lizzie Ponte.
Strong by grace, trusting in God's promises, not by might nor by her ways, but by God's unchanging grace. Faithful mother, strong by grace, trusting in God's promises.
I did not realize she was talking about me, honestly. But it feels good to hear someone say some nice things about you in your presence. So thank you, Akim. Ladies, friends, mothers, allow me to welcome you and to thank you for abandoning your families, which is the right thing to do. Show up here and hang with us. I have a question. I don't want to talk about JLU. We have pamphlets on the table. You can read them to know more about us, to know what to do if you care about the work that we do. But I have a question. If you know anybody, whether you're growing up, a neighbor, friend, co-worker, who has been in an abusive relationship or is in an abusive relationship, please stand up. Now let me repeat the question. If you know or have been in an abusive relationship, or you know anybody, or you've heard any story about anyone, any woman who is or was in an abusive relationship, please stand up. If you were growing up and your friend's boyfriend here and always stayed, please stand up. If you know somebody who's stuck in a marriage because of her kids, that she's unhappy, that is being abused every day, please stand up. For those of you standing up, and please, this is no place to be ashamed or be worried. I'm hoping it's a safe space. We're not only here to eat, we're here to just learn and understand things, right? You don't have to be in an abusive relationship, but you have to know that abuse exists. You have to know that someone close to you may be in an abusive relationship, and you have to know what to do when you find out. Now, for those of, can you please stand? Just keep standing. I'm sorry, I know your shoes and things. Just stand here. Now, if with all this information that you have, if you've ever stepped up to protect this woman, either fighting the man, calling the police, or back home, just cussing him out, sit down. Now the question is, are you sure that standing up and sitting down is true? I'll leave you to your conscience. But I wanted to use this opportunity to just let you know that's JLU. That's what we are about. We raise awareness. We provide support to victims and survivors of abuse. Now, this would not be possible without the magical people that stand behind me. And sometimes I don't like the fact that I'm being called all the time. You know, the founder is just a visionary. You think it, you sign up, you register, but the real work gets done by the people behind you. I want to thank immensely from my heart the volunteers, the members, the friends, my family, for everything that they do. I have no idea how my sister Hannah pulled this up. It looks amazing, but she did. I've been asking all the ladies back there, Nanga, everybody, I cannot even call the names, and it's seen all the way from Maryland, flew out there just to help. It means a lot because this organization will not move without people who believe in what we're doing, in the cause. I know we come from a culture where a lot of things are told in hush-hush. But in that same culture, people get sick because of what they hide. People die because of what they bury under their beds. And I'm not saying go to the news to tell your story. I'm just saying let's be aware that there's a place where you can go to and talk to someone who will give you the help that you need. So thank you. I also want to say we have room for more volunteers. We're actually rolling out a membership opportunity. A lot of people ask me, how can we help? How can we support? Well, you can donate, but you can also volunteer. We need help all the time, not just when we have an event. The organization runs administratively, social media, ideas, partnerships. So we need all of that, and we're open to that. If you feel like that's what you want to do, contact one of us. I also want to recognize, I know motherhood is not easy. Motherhood in America is a beast, especially for us immigrant women. So when you find a mother who can balance work, children, husband who is work plus children, and then they go to school, you give it up to them. And today I have 2 women who finally completed that journey. I don't know if there's anybody else here, but I know of 2. And I'll ask them to stand up. Please, let's give it up. From Bay, my sister. Please stand up. She just graduated with her master's in information technology systems and cybersecurity. She's a single mother who's been through her own things. But if there's one thing I've admired about her, it's her steadfastness. It did not deter her. She continued on, And now she's crossed that finish line. And then I'll tell you there's a whole lot more you have to do. Join us so we can work together. But we're very proud of you, really proud of you, and we hope you don't stop. We hope you continue. I'm going to call on my other young sister, Aimee Finja. She's our newly minted doctor. She just earned her doctorate in nursing. So, what does that tell you? We gather here to eat, have fun, enjoy life, network, but we also want to encourage celebration and empowerment. Which brings me to our theme. How many of you know the theme for this Mother's Day? Who can actually tell me the theme for this Mother's Day? There's a prize going for that. I mean, seriously. No, that's the slogan. Our theme is unwind, recharge, and refocus. Can I hear you say that? Unwind, recharge, and refocus. Because as women, as mothers, we need it. We just go and we never stop. And so the team and I imagined that what can we bring forth as a theme? And we said, let's remind ourselves that as we do the things we do to save the world but ourselves, we should also understand there's a moment when you have to unwind. You kick back, you relax, then you recharge, and you refocus, and continue on. So I hope from now on, you remember the 3 words, that every time, every moment, you have the right, absolute right, to unwind. You have the right as a mother to disconnect, to recharge. And you have the ability to refocus. Let nothing hold you down. Let no man make you feel unworthy of yourself. Let no man or woman make you think you cannot achieve it because you can. All you need to do is unwind, recharge, take a step back, refocus, and just keep going. And you will make it. And so ladies, please, I want you to have fun. We have a lot to do. We will have fun, we will talk. But before we talk, we have to eat. We have to drink. We have pictures, there's camera 360. There's a lot to eat, a lot to drink. The bar is open. So from this moment on, I'm going to encourage you to network. Talk to somebody you don't know. Somebody you've never met before. I have my sisters from all over the world here today. How did I know them? Through networking. So unwind, relax, my sisters, and have a good time. Thank you.
From the Lord, they know they see her for market. A good woman is a blessing from above. Her type will not there for market. I show you more, Yaku. One year batra korisa silver. Yanu more, those Yaku. One year batra kodos Yakumo. Always loving everybody, no discrimination.
My name, as you've heard, is Lindora Kolu Howard Diawara. I like to put the Kolu because I'm from Liberia, the northern part of Liberia, and that name, Kolu, is the name given to the firstborn girl from my ethnic group. Being a firstborn girl, that's where leadership starts. And I don't need to tell firstborns here. But anyway, before I go to why I've been called this evening, I want to say a very special congratulations to my big sister, who's in the house. Please stand up. Yai Jeffy Kamara. Today is her birthday. So she's got a double dose of the day. So I just want to say a very big special, toast to her. Happy birthday, sis Yara. Have your seat, please. She took care of me when I was little. And sometimes I just ask questions. How was I? What did I used to do? What did I do? You know? But it's interesting how you grow up as a child, and sometimes you're with your sisters or your mothers, and sometimes it's like we're all the same age, we forget, and we talk some crazy things, we do some things together, but life is beautiful. And so being in a room with sisters is so very important for us as humans, for us as women. Being in a room also with mothers. Let me give it up for my mother. Yogi Jeffrey, please stand up. She recently moved back from Liberia. She was here, moved back. So she's here, we're going to be pampered. We know we're going to be pampered. And I'm glad also to have brought my aunt who is from Minnesota. Thank you so much. She was also one of those who I remember who always braid my rough hair. But anyway, today, I've been called here today to speak to you. Like Lizzie said, I work for the Department of Neighborhoods at the City of Columbus, and we have a program called the American Leadership Academy for New Americans. Some people say New Americans. Why do you say New Americans? We are immigrants, we are refugees. It waters down our experience. And for me, when I moved to the department, I've been there for a little under 2 years. I almost didn't apply for that program. I attended the same program that Lizzie talked about, and we have some members here. All those from NALA, please put up your hands. We have a few NALA folks in the house. Well, I almost didn't apply for that program because I saw New American. By that time, I didn't have my citizenship. And I said, I'm not applying, it's not for me. But my friends and colleagues who sent it to me said to me, no, it's not just for Americans. It's for immigrants, it's for refugees. And I said, well, why do they say New Americans? So I applied anyway and I got accepted. And because I went through the program and I understood why they call it New American Program, I'm now an advocate. People say the name it doesn't represent us as immigrants and refugees. I say it does. Because I understand now that the city chose that name, that the United States, because it's not a new term, chose that name because they felt that immigrants and refugees, that label comes from some stigma. And so calling people New Americans gave a sense of belonging and gave a sense of dignity to everyone that walks through the doors. And so I've been a proud advocate of that program, and I'm glad to have encouraged or worked with many of you in the room. As women, Dr. Bronte talked about me being a founder also. I founded the Business for Peace Community Development Foundation. I have over 25 years of experience working in the civil society sector or the nonprofit sector in Africa, in Liberia. I've worked in West Africa, in different parts of the world, finding myself here. I don't need to tell you all in the room. When you come with the experiences from outside to a new space, you don't even know where to start from. I spent hours and hours on the internet just trying to figure things out. My mothers, my sisters, my family members tried to give me some guidance. But sometimes it's not always easy. And I found my way. Somehow, I'm not fully there yet, but I thought as I find my way, every step of the way, I need to hold a hand. And this is what Dr. Bronte is also trying to do here tonight. Through that foundation, like she mentioned, when she asked the question if anybody knows of someone who has been abused, I stood up. She said, if you are one of those who have been fighting on behalf of those abused, sit, and I sat. Why? Because yes, I know of people who have been abused. I've fought on behalf of people who have been abused. But I've also been in the advocacy space where those who have been abused have said to me, why are you speaking on my behalf? It is none of your business. You don't have to speak on my behalf. If I am beaten, it is not your business. Hello? Am I talking to the choir?
Yeah.
Isn't that real? That's a real part of us. Sometimes we go through stuff and we have sisters, we have mothers that look at us and say, you don't need to be in this. And we look them in the eye and say, well, that's not your business. That's my business. How do you deal with that? As a mother, as a sister, as a friend. We have challenges in our family spaces, in the professional spaces, but at the end of the day, we are who we are, and we say what is best for us. And so through the foundation, one of the things that we try to do is, okay, well, we cannot do it alone, but the more people become aware of certain things, people have options, they decide. And they say there's power of choice. You decide what is best for you, but on the overall, we want you to know that we are here to hold your hand. We are here, our shoulders are here if you need to cry. So through the foundation, we put together, we are building a women's movement, where whether you are a business owner, whether you are a nonprofit leader, let's come together to support each other. Because as she said, as women, I don't need to tell you, we carry so much on our shoulders. We do so because some of us believe it is God's calling. We do so because some of us believe that's what society expects of us. We do so because some of us believe if we don't do that, our husbands wouldn't love us, we wouldn't attract the kind of friends that we need to attract, or we wouldn't belong. So we have to keep going no matter how tired we are. But today is a reminder that despite all of our challenges, despite the weight that we carry on our shoulders, all of us are carrying some kind of weight, but we don't have to carry it alone. And because of that, we came together and launched last year what we call the Columbus Women Connect. CWC, a women's collective of women leaders and CEOs who've come together to talk about how to help carry one another's load. If I have kids and I don't have time, I need someone to drop them off to some program. If my sister has time, can she drop my kids off? Can she do something? If Lizzie has a foundation and she needs someone to help with grants, can I step in to support? If there is someone who is good at social media and my foundation needs someone to fill in that gap and I don't have the money to pay, can someone step up? That's the idea behind the collective. We're building solidarity. We are creating spaces to support one another. And so what our sister is doing through this foundation, all of the volunteers that have stepped up, we say thank you for supporting. What she is doing is creating that space because it is sad. I know last October there was a news story that she showed to me. An immigrant couple who moved here struggling for this new life in this better place that we all think of when we are coming over. Got beaten by her husband and she died. And the first thing I said to her, it is so sad that you go through all of the struggles in Africa, you move over here, go through all of the struggles to get your papers, in the end you get beaten and killed by someone that is called your husband. How sad. But that is our reality. We cannot forget that these things are happening within our community. And so it's a reminder today that she and her friends and everybody else and those of us that support her want to be reminded that no matter how green the trees may look, there are issues, there are challenges that we cannot forget about. And so for this foundation, supporting victims of abuse, supporting young girls and helping them, give them advice, give them support to know that, well, there are certain things they can do, certain things they cannot do, but there are others that can help. To help create that environment for us as girls, as daughters, as mothers to continue to thrive in this space in America, to help keep our heads up high because we are here, but a lot of us still have our strong connections back home. And so the weight that we carry is not just here. We carry weight also back home. And so what Dr. Bronte and her team, what they are doing today is very important for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and for our countries where we come from. Because we want to be examples. Today she's asked me to come and talk about that. What we do, why we are supporting women, why we are mobilizing women to support each other. I'm glad that this space is filled because I've often heard through my career that women don't support each other. I know I don't believe it, but some really do believe it. And tonight we are saying here that we are seeing that women are supporting each other in a single. So give it up for yourselves.
Your mother is your sweet mother, but you are somebody's sweet mother, right? I have a short thing I will read. My phone died, but I'll read it at some point because that little piece encompasses everything. Whether you have a child or not, you're a mother.
Because when God created you, He made you to be a mother. And whether you like it or not, as you walk down the street, you see a child, yours or not, there's something in you that tells you, if the child is hungry, you want to give them food. If the child is misbehaving, you want to step in. I see that all the time. I do it all the time. So what that tells me is, all of us here will have to dance to that song. So, Denzel, are you ready? Let's go.
Stop, make you no cry again, no. When I want sleep, my mother go pet me. She go lie me well for bed. Oh. She cover me clouds, say make you sleep, sleep, my pikin no. No sleep, my mother no go sleep. If you no chop, my mother no go chop. She no dey tire, huh? Sweet mother, I no go forget the suffer where you suffer for me, yeah, yeah. Sweet mother, sweet mother, oh, I love you. Tu as su me donner, sweet mother, je n'oublierai jamais.
I know some of us sitting here, we don't have the privilege of spending Mother's Day with our mothers, either because there's someone in heaven watching over us, or they're so far away. But you should be consoled by the fact that you have sisters around you who understand your pain and who will always show up for you. And if you don't have those, I hope you find one. Because there are many good women out there. But let me read this. As JLU, we are also holding space for the ones who are loving a mother in heaven. For the ones who are longing to become a mother. For the ones who are experiencing a hard relationship with their mother. For the ones who are walking through struggles of motherhood. And for those who are acting as a mother with a child in heaven. For mothering a child who was not born to. For those who are mothering a child who was not born to. For those who are about to become a mother. And for those who are showing up in all ways as a mother. And when I look around, all of us fit this criteria. What that tells me is you are in the right place. A place to celebrate, because you're surrounded by people who are going through the same emotions as you. So I beg you, my sisters, let's use our time wisely. Let's just have fun, network, and realize that we understand that motherhood is not easy. It was never meant to be easy. That is why God chose the woman to be a mother. Whether you have a child or not, you are a mother. Whether your mother is alive or not, you are a mother who has a mother who was alive at one time. And for that, I want you to have fun. Just enjoy. Donate, don't donate. Let's not talk about that anymore. Let's enjoy. Happy Mother's Day. Can I hear you say Happy Mother's Day? So, can we proceed with the trivia? It's 5 questions. We have prizes. Somebody must win something. So, from a leadership lens, question. Which global leader credited their leadership philosophy to their mother's wisdom, saying, "She taught me that leadership is about serving others and not being served"? Name: Barack Obama, Nelson Mandela, Jacinda Ardern, and Malala Yousafzai. I hope I called it right. Which is the correct one? You just raise your hand for that. Mandela. She got it right. Can we at least clap our sister?
Yeah, so you don't even want to know what you're going to get for this, so I'm going to keep it at the end.
I don't know.
Exactly. So, excellent. Okay. So while she's going to the second one, I'll go get your gift.
Let's make sure people take their gifts before they stop answering. Alright? Question number 2. This is about abuse awareness. According to the World Health Organization, what percentage of women worldwide experience intimate partner violence in their lifetime? Many of them mothers. Answers: 1 in 10, 1 in 5, 1 in 3, 1 in 2. Calm down. Calm down. Can we raise your hands, please? Somebody has to. 1 in 5. 1 in 4. If you think it's 1 in 2, raise your hand. 1 in 5, raise your hand.
1 in 4. 1 in 10.
1 in 4. Okay, now they're not guessing. Now they're just guessing. Someone said 1 in 3, and I heard her right here. She said it first. 1 in 3. We'll have another chance. We have this one, regardless. All right, we have another winner. So 1 in 3 women experience here. 1 in 3. As in, let me explain. 1, 2, 3. One of you. 1, 2, 3. One of you. 1, 2, 3. One of you. So if you sit here and tell me that you're not aware, this is a moment to know that if you're walking 3 of you, 1 person amongst you will or have experienced intimate partner violence. So it's time to take action. It's on you. Alright, let's move on to the third one. Cultural insights. In which country is Mother's Day celebrated by holding a day of silence, honoring mothers who passed during childbirth? Something we don't think about, because the past, they go. Sometimes the children survive, sometimes the children don't, so they may be forgotten. But there's a country that says we are not going to celebrate those who are alive. We're going to honor those who left us by just honoring them in silence. Country number 1, Indonesia. Can we put our phones down? Put our phones down. Alright, phones down. Indonesia, Ethiopia, Nepal, Guatemala.
Nepal.
How am I supposed to go? Who said Nepal? Okay, everybody who said Nepal, raise your hand. Anybody, if you said Indonesia, raise your hand. If you're convinced Nepal is the right answer, raise your hand. Now look up. You look up there. Somebody spied somewhere. Because there is no way. Have you ever heard about that before? Oh, you want to find people? Okay. So everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. Okay, let's move on to the fourth one. Now, this is her story. This is the category. Which U.S. woman, often credited with founding Mother's Day, later tried to abolish it due to its commercialization? Let me break it down. Mother's Day was not meant to sell everything in the store on Mother's Day. It was not meant to make companies billionaires. It was meant to simply celebrate motherhood in a very quiet and reserved manner. So when she started it, that was what she thought about. But of course, we live in a capitalist world where everything can make you money, so some people took the lemon and made some lemonade, and today here we are paying tickets to gather for Mother's Day. And she tried to abolish it. Names: Eleanor Roosevelt, Anna Jarvis, Margaret Sanger, Susan B. Anthony. How did you know?
Of course you know.
I was trying to catch somebody to say, I just check out. She said it first. Anna Jarvis. Okay, Mama said it first. Okay, can you imagine? Okay, both of you will win a prize. It was just 2 people. Are you taking notes? Any?
Yes.
Are you taking note of?
One.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember my little sister and my mom over there.
I know about it too. And the many over here.
Okay. Actually, first question. But if you need me to stop, economic power. Question number 5. If unpaid caregiving were compensated fairly, how much would it? Can we put our phones down, please? This one would need phone magnets. If unpaid caregiving were compensated fairly, how much would the average stay-at-home mother earn per year based on her roles? And the roles are nurse, driver, cook, counselor, banker, etc., etc. How much do you think they will pay her here? I'm about to put them in comments. So amounts: 45K, 65K, 100K, 185K. There was no answer as they cannot pay her. They gave you answer to choose from. When you they cannot pay her. The right answer to this question is so how about the right answer is 185,000. Then we will send a petition to say they cannot pay her. It is too small because if they give her the money, she's going to put it right back into the child. So who wants to take the lead, the action to write that petition? Now let's go to global equity. Which country offers the most generous paid maternity leave in the world? Calm down now. First of all, if you say Canada, you're wrong. If you think UK is the right answer, raise your hand. What other country? I live in those countries. Well, the answer is Bulgaria. So we have a winner, Bulgaria. The world take note. Okay, so let's move on. Now this is another.
So, what powerful grassroots movement was founded by mothers to protest the forced disappearances of their children under a military dictatorship? Answer number one, listen. We're not doing decision here. We're listening to the answers. We're picking one. Women of Liberia Mass Action for Peace, Mothers of the Plaza de Mayo, Black Mothers March, the Silent Vigil of Soul.
Bring our girls.
This sounds good. This sounds good. This sounds good. Mothers of the Plaza de Mayo. That's big.
So what I said it.
One last question that I'm going to need. In what ways can we redefine leadership through the lens of motherhood? Consider this: emotional intelligence, resilience, negotiation, and legacy building. Now the person that gives us that one gets a say. This is the whole paragraph. It's not legacy, emotional. They say in what ways?
Emotional intelligence should be a topic.
Can we stand up?
Let's just break it down.
Let's break it down.
We have to understand their emotions. We have to understand our own emotions and try to put ourselves in their place and then just make sure we are connecting with them. So, as African mothers, most of the time we are bam 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 the hard way, and we need to bring ourselves to do soft upbringing. That way we can connect with them. Thank you.
Because of what we know. And she's saying that emotional intelligence gives you that ability to balance the act of raising your child, connecting with them emotionally, understand where they come from and you meet them halfway. When you do that, chances are you could raise them in a more balanced mindset, emotionally too. And our sister had a computer.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, in spite of emotional leadership, in spite of having emotional leadership, I believe resilience is also important, because you can be emotionally intelligent, but you don't have that resilience to uphold or to be able to raise those kids and also to overcome what is going on in their lives. So we have to have it compensates everything, both emotional resilience, leadership, resilience, and many other aspects.
Thank you very much. There's no right or wrong, right? We're sharing. But I get the resilience aspect from the mother. You know, you have to build resilience, you have to overcome these things. But is it also essential to teach your children the act of resilience? And how can you do that? I need some examples.
When they fail their exam, don't punish them. Instead, correct them until they can do better next time.
Okay. Another example.
Don't step in each time to solve their problems. Let them figure it out sometimes.
Don't step in to solve their problems. Let them figure it out. What else can we do to build that resilience in them?
Don't compare them.
Don't compare them with other children or with their siblings. Okay. What else? What about negotiation? How can we raise our children through the lens of motherhood to understand and practice negotiation? Life is negotiation, whether you like it or not. From the day you're born, you're negotiating to breathe.
They need to know that they can't always have what they want. So they need to learn how to accept the better option.
Love that. Any other? But I was listening to Michelle Obama, and she said something that struck me somehow. And she said, you can raise your children to know that you are the #1 support system, but they should never think of you as a friend. Because children who have the tendency to be disrespectful will disrespect you if you make them feel, I'm your friend. I mean, think about your child walking right into your closet and taking your outfit without asking. It's because they see you as a friend. But if they see you as a support system, they will see you as that mom who wants to see them look good, and they'll ask you, can I borrow your shirt? There's respect, there's boundaries. There's no right or wrong, again, I'm just saying. Now the last criteria, legacy building. How can we do that? Then we'll wrap up. Yes.
So, legacy building involves creating lasting impact on your children. And we embody leadership as moms because we instill values in our children. Values like ethical values, values like hardworking, like being consistent and setting goals for ourselves. So I believe that legacy building actually is a big piece in creating that leadership through motherhood, because we teach it to our children, they teach it to their children, and it goes on forever.
Love it. Yeah. Yes, Danny.
So to me, I would say legacy building will also come the way we raise our kids. Because sometimes we tend to tell our kids to do this and do that, but forgetting that they are seeing what we are doing, not what we are saying sometimes. Because I see a lot in the society, sometimes people tend to complain that my children are not listening to what I'm saying. But you have to remember, what are you doing? That's how they learn. Right? So we want them to be the legacy is from what we are doing. What are the things that we are saying? Where are we, going? What are the things that we are modeling in society? They learn from that from day one. So the more they see us involved in the community, doing actions and stuff, that's where they tend to do a lot. And of course, some kids tend to go their way, but most of the time, 80% of the time, we just have to raise the kids that we have. We have an amazing culture. We were raised in a different way prior to coming here, but if we combine the way we were raised, the culture that we have here, we can strongly raise our kids in the best and amazing way. So that's how I correlate to.
I love that. And to wrap it up before we go to game time, I see Ellie is very impatient with me, right? But I love that aspect because I was listening to somebody, another female, I forgot her name, and she said this, it stuck with me and I'm practicing it. Teaching your children through action is imperative, but also teaching them what you go through, let them see. Let them see when you break down. I'm not saying every time you cry in front of them. I'm not saying playing pity party. Let them understand that life has its ups and downs. That there are moments when mommy will be tired. She cannot even do this for me. Don't try to be super mom, trying to do everything, then you crash and then they have no mom. Let them see you go through tough times with your husband, your partner. Let them see you fix it, or let them see you walk out on a relationship that doesn't serve you. Because what you're teaching them is that life is supposed to be like this. It's not rosy all the time. There will be hard days, there will be beautiful days. If you work hard, you will achieve what you get. If you're lazy, you will not achieve it. If you have a supportive partner, then life will be different, it will be better. Do not hide stuff from them. I'm not saying show them everything, but let them see through you that life is life. Can I get an amen? Amen. Thank you very much. I just bring us to the end of our trivia.
Oh, darling sister of mine, you catch me anytime I want to fall. Oh, Burkina Faso me wende motonu makane keyemba bobe. Oh, I found an angel of life. You always see the best in me. Et ton abandon me yena. Tell me you can count on me. And you can tell me. Oh, I got you when you got me. Even when I shiver, oh I cry, I know you will be there to pray for me. Et ton abandonné, yena, si malé no bateau, ini wase. Woman like you, don't get it tonight. Tell me you can content me.
All right, so today has been quite an amazing day for the Just Like You Global Foundation. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to especially thank our volunteers, our members, our sponsors, our supporters for making sure every year is better than the last. I experienced something magical today. The moms had a great time, the daughters had a great time, a lot of love shared. And we hope this happens every year. We look forward to having you next year. We hope you will understand that it takes a lot to get this together, to pull this off. And you will consider joining us, volunteering, supporting, bringing ideas to make it a success next year. Thank you all. See you next year.